My name is Bill Ohrmann. I live at Drummond, Montana. I was born in January 2nd, 1919. And I was born at home, not in a hospital, in a little town, north of a little town of Phillipsburg. My dad came here in the Phillipsburg area before I was born, and he came here for his health and brought his Angus cattle with him. Those days he liked to show cattle, and he put them on the train, took them to Spokane. I think he showed them even in Chicago. He died when he was 55 years old. My mother also died the very same year my dad died. She also died of cancer, and they died within 6 months of each other. And I was just out of high school, and looking back at it, I don't know how we ever held together and held the ranch together, what little ranch we had. I had 3 sisters, and they pitched in and helped. One of them was a school teacher, and she was here part of the time. And we just kind of worked together in a hopeless sort of way, I guess, and had a few milk cows, and that's the only money that came in was from those cows. Those are, looking back at it, those are hard things to think about even. The World War started in 1941. To me, the Army was a vacation. I mean, I eventually had responsibility, but I didn't realize it. I was a sergeant in charge of people, but that didn't seem any problem to me. They were just friends, just like a group of friends working together. In the Army, I was a crew chief, that's a mechanic, on a C-47 airplane in Australia. First to Townsville, Australia, and we flew all over northern Australia and down to Brisbane and to Sydney a couple times, just delivering supplies. That was a big thing then. Flew to Darwin, and a lot of trips to New Guinea. We lost several planes. But I never felt like I don't ever remember being afraid. Never. There was no great deep thought behind it. I just met a man who was making them, and it looked like it'd be fun to do and a challenge. And that's the reason I started those. There's really, I guess, no message in them. It's a different thing entirely, more like a hobby. When I sit down to paint, it's usually about something I've thought about. It might be some comment you made that suggests something to me. A lot of times when I think of one of these kind of wild ideas, I think it isn't worth painting. But it seems like something just drives me till I do it, and as soon as I get that painting done, I feel relieved. I feel like it's something I was supposed to do, and that now it's done, I can forget it. It's just a feeling I get. The paintings you've seen are mild to what I have stored away that I don't let anybody see. I criticize the religions of the world pretty harshly in my mind. I know one fellow was here, and I heard that he said he must be a devil worshiper. He's always got a devil in these pictures. But I'm not a devil worshiper. I'm looking for the truth. I imagine the prophets had that same feeling. The trouble is, there are people like Hitler who probably had that feeling too. And we know he was wrong. People like that, there's always been those in the world that were driven to, and so I can't feel that maybe what I do is true either. I hope it is, but I'm afraid I'm pessimistic because I've seen so much of Montana itself being destroyed right in front of my eyes. And people don't even give it a thought. You know, when you deal with these people that have destroyed a valley, for instance, for some mineral, cut all the timber off a mountain just for their personal gain, and you compare those people to children, I think the children have truth in them and goodness that somehow older people lose. I have thought of my own death. I'm 93 years old, and you know, one thing's failing after another, but that doesn't seem to scare me at all. I can't see why anybody would be afraid to die, because it's been done before. You know, other people have done that. I think there must be a life hereafter, yes. The reason I kind of think that is that even the most primitive people have beliefs. It seems like it's just bred into the human race to believe in a hereafter. But I think what we have to think about is what we believe right now, what I believe, maybe isn't true. We've seen so many of these religions come and go, and why should we suddenly feel that all of a sudden we have the religion after they've seen them come and go for 5,000 years? And why would it be what happened to be what my parents taught me? I pretty much reject all that now. I reject it because they were parroting to me what they were told. They told me, expected me to go on, I suppose, and teach my kids the same. That doesn't really make any sense to me. Maybe I do want to change the world.